What a happy Tuesday music to my friends around the world. I'm sitting out here and I'm thinking to myself, and I'm having a cigar. I was thinking to myself, do I regret anything that I've ever done in my life? The answer is yes, I have. You see, when I first started in this business, you know, when things were hot, right at the beginning of my career, there was a chance of me being in the movies. Now, I love movies. I really love movies, and I watch them on a daily basis, and I love the classics, and I love the modern movies. You know, because not only have I met great people in the past, or the great actors of the past, but I also in the present I've been in socially with you know, I mentioned a couple of names like John Travolta and Hugh Grant and people like that, you know, wonderful people. And I kind of got a feeling of regret that I never got into it right at the beginning, because when it first started, Hollywood sent a lot of scripts to my manager, because I was a new kid on the block, and you know, people wanted to know, and I would have loved to have been able to get into movies at that particular time, but business seemed to take over. You know, the managers seemed to think that if I got into a studio, I would have little less time on the road, and this is where they make all their money. And of course, they never thought about, you know, this time in my life when I would like to look back and think to myself, wow, I made this movie, I made that movie, and it's there for posterity. You know, like when I do a live show, it's there for in the minds of the people for a couple of days, a week, maybe a bit longer, and then it disappears. You know, it's not there for a long time because it's not on film. But some of them have been. You know, some of the shows I've done have been on video, but it's not the same thing as when you're portraying yourself in a character and showing the different sort of sides of you that people have never seen. Although I think that people, you know, like show people like, you know, singers, they're pretty good at changing their moods, because when you're on stage, you know, and you're singing a song, you go through different varieties of emotions. You know, it's smiling, laughter, sadness. It all happens like that, and you can't stop cutting and do it again. You have to do it all at once, you know, because it's you're on stage, you're live, yeah. And so I thought, you know, I might have been good at that, because, you know, I at the beginning I don't think I was very good at it, you know, but I'm sure that, you know, given the right director and he puts the storyline into your mind and tells you the character you're supposed to be playing and the kind of moods that you have to change into and things like that. Good directors are always great, you know, and I would take his direction and then use my own imagination to create the character. But I had that opportunity very early on. We had a script sent to me, and that I really found out about a lot later on in my life. But it was I was going to be in a movie in the early days. It was musical, you know. It was going to be The Prince and the Showgirl. That's the remake, of course, and it was with the lovely Anne Margaret. You know, I would have loved to have been in a movie with her. You know, Elvis was in a movie with her. I think, yes, he was. Yeah, and so it would have been nice for me to do the same thing. You know, not that I'm trying to copy, but it would have been nice. Nevertheless, it didn't happen, you know, so G&T. So I do feel that little bit of regret as far as not being in the movies. And I'm an avid movie fan. I really am. I love to watch movies. And now with the way things are, you can just get any movie you want on TV, and it's just great, you know. So how you doing? How you guys doing out there? enjoying a cigar and a G&T. But that's my little story and my little bit of regrets. I'm sorry it's a bit down this week. I'm not really down. I'm just trying to tell you what I would have loved to have done in my life, you know. Had a second career which sort of paralleled with the one I've got right now. It would have been wonderful. Nevertheless, it's not too late. You never can tell. So adios amigos around the world. And I will talk to you next week on Tuesday Museday. Okay? Love you. Take care. Bye-bye now.